Have you ever thought that My Hero Ultra Rumble is at its limits for a game? If they can't do anything else to attract more players outside of balance changes? Well, today I'll be talking about 5 things that must be added to My Hero Ultra Rumble that will make it do a limit break and elevate it from a normal anime game to a game that can become legendary. I believe most people would agree that these additions would make the game far more enjoyable and bring in much more players to the game. Make sure to leave a comment if you guys disagree with anything. And if you guys enjoy, then remember to like and subscribe. With 50 likes on this video, I will make a part 2. Starting us off at number 5. Imagine you keep going into a game of My Hero Ultra Rumble, and it's just the same thing over and over again. Same maps, same landing spots, the same characters you just keep on running into. But what if you could create your own map? Our number 5 spot is a map making mode, such as like creative or something like in Fortnite. You can make your own map, and then you can have people play on those maps, or go into your own custom games and play on those maps. I think that would make the game a whole lot more fun, a whole lot more entertaining, and every now and then they could even do a poll to add one of the maps into a real game temporarily or permanently. There's endless possibilities with this because everyone is creative. If they add enough stuff, you could have amazing maps to play on, and the game would just be much more interesting and stand out a whole lot more compared to what we have now. Next up, number 4, a story mode. A story mode that follows the events of the anime. It could like start off easier and gets harder and harder as you go. This would attract players who are into story games that aren't just into battle royales. It could give unique experiences depending on the difficulty of the fight, such as maybe possibly at the start of a story, it's a bunch of people on your own team, like maybe more than 3, maybe like 5 or 10 versus like one person, and that one person maybe has just a teeny bit of extra health or something like that. And then maybe at the end of the storyline, it's just like you with one character versus like an all for one or Shigaraki who has a ton of health, and it's like really difficult, and you can get like roll tickets and stuff for it. The game could also have its own storyline that kind of explains how these heroes and villains arrived on these islands and are like, and why they're fighting it out, if there's like some prize or something. A story mode would make the game far more entertaining. It would be a way for us to gain a whole lot more roll tickets, because right now the only way we have to get roll tickets are through the license, the pro license, the shop, which is 8,000 hero crystals whenever a character comes out, or the seasonal and special challenges. So it's just grinding the game a whole lot, maybe buying hero crystals to buy tickets, and it's boring. We need another way. So story mode would be perfect, because not only would it give us a way to get more roll tickets, it'll also give us more players who enjoy the game, not just for its battle royale, but for its story too. I feel like this is one of the things they need to add most, is story mode. On top of this, they could also have like an easy, normal, and hard on the story mode, so the content for that story mode does not run out quite as quickly. Of hard obviously giving better rewards than normal and easy, but you can obviously clear all of them, and it's just a whole lot more content that the game desperately needs. Coming in at number 3 are official tournaments. I'm not talking about those Discord cups that they host every now and then. I mean like an actual in-game compete tab, kind of like how Fortnite has at the top of the thing. Give like a tournament like every other week at the least. They give out special rewards like roll tickets and tuning, and maybe once a month or like twice a month or something, a tournament for just straight up money where the best people actually can get money from the game. This will bring in a whole lot of more players, because there's a lot of people who like competitiveness. Competitiveness is good for a lot of games, especially battle royale games, because it attracts a whole lot more people. There's also casual players who wouldn't like it, but they don't have to do the tournaments, obviously. They could just stay up in casuals or do whatever. But this would also get people to play the game more, because it'll give them a reason to try and get better at the game, so that they have a chance to win these things from these tournaments. Like, you could get roll tickets or something from the tournaments if you place well. Have it be like, where for some tournaments you have to be pro rank, but then for other things like money tournaments you have to be like max rank and ace rank. It'll make it a whole lot more fun, a whole lot better players that you're competing against, and it just makes a whole lot more sense, because only the best should be able to win money from the tournament. So it makes sense for just be like ace rank players, have prerequisites. My main complaints about the Discord Cups is that there's only like 8 teams, like 24 people in total who can actually make it into those, because they're hosted in custom games. But we need an actual tournament in an actual game mode against random players, not just 24 people in one custom game. For our number 2 spot is a feedback system. This feature would allow players to share their thoughts with developers. This makes sure that the game will be more balanced towards the community's needs and desires. This would make it feel like the community will be more heard and more listened to, since a lot of people do complain about this game and how balanced it is. So an in-game feedback system will be a fantastic way for gamers to communicate to the actual devs themselves in a much easier way for us to be heard. This will help the devs maybe realize what characters need buffs and nerfs and what needs to be nerfed and buffed. Obviously, it'll take some time to get all the data to figure out what to do, but it is definitely a step in the right direction. Now, last but not least, our number one spot, let's talk about some LTMs. LTMs mean obviously limited time modes. These LTMs would be a way to make the game more fresh and exciting to players, especially people who quit the game because they get bored of the same stuff over and over again. This will add more variety, more fun into the game, such as themed events, a 12v12 mode, a random character mode where you go in a game and you don't know what character you have because it picks for you. Maybe like a bigger map or maybe even a smaller map. A no tuning mode would be fun. There's so many possibilities, so many things they could do with LTMs. LTMs must be added, at least eventually, into this game. If you guys made it to the end, please do like and subscribe, comment what things you agree or disagree with. Remember, if we do get to 50 likes on this video, I will definitely make a part 2 exactly like this, or a talk video of bettering current features that are in the game, such as like the notebook, or the license, and stuff like that. So please comment which one you prefer, whether I make a direct part 2 to this, or changing things that are currently in the game. Have a nice day, everyone. Peace out.